Hey, Wayne here from Wayne Thought and Art, and it's been a while since I've done a video. I've been kind of busy, but I've really been wanting to do a video for some time now on pencil sharpeners.
You say pencil sharpeners?
Yeah, I said pencil sharpeners.
What do you mean pencil sharpeners? What do they do? They sharpen pencils. What do you need to tell us?
Well, yeah, that's true, but not all pencil sharpeners are created equally. And that's what I wanted to talk about. What sharpeners I use on what types of pencils I use them on. And what I use on my color pencils, what I use on my graphite pencils. I have manual sharpeners, electric sharpeners. So, yeah, that's what I'll be talking about. One more thing. Hit that subscribe button, please. Give me a like. Write a comment. I like reading comments. And also, you can check out my Patreon page. The link is below. All right, so let's get to it. Okay, I guess before I talk about the sharpeners, I should talk about pencils. Now, I've already done a video on graphite, so check out my All About Graphite video. So, the first mass-produced pencils came from Germany in 1662. The pencil core was made out of a mixture of graphite, sulfur, and antimony. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with graphite, which is an allotrope of the element carbon, and sulfur, which is used in the manufacture of black gunpowder matches, fireworks, to name a few things. But you might not be familiar with antimony. Well, now, let's see. Antimony is number 51 on the periodic table of elements. Why? Because it has 51 protons. Come on, you should know that. Antimony was used in ancient Egypt as a form of eyeliner. So it's been around for a while. Now, there are 4 forms or allotropes of antimony, one of which, a metastable form, is explosive antimony. Now, when you mixed the antimony with the sulfur and graphite and produced pencils, it wasn't long before the pencils started exploding. I'm just messing with you, no pencils exploded. But they did come up with a better pencil core when Nicolas Jacques Conté patented his pencil design in 1795, which consisted of a graphite rod made of graphite powder and clay. He encased the rods inside 2 wood cylinders, and thus we have the modern-day pencil. Now, let us move on to the pencil sharpener. We've all used them and they make life a little easier, but before we had pencil sharpeners, people had to use little small knives or sandpaper to sharpen a pencil, and this can take some time. However, many artists today still prefer to use this method to make the tip or the point as long as they want to suit their drawing style. Okay, so the first pencil sharpener was patented in 1828 by French mathematician Bernard Lassameau. This sharpener had 2 small files mounted at a 90-degree angle on a block of wood, and so you basically filed the pencil to a point. In 1837, Cooper and Eckstein, a British company, patented their pencil pointer called the Stylaxanon, pictured here, which oddly enough looked a lot like the Lassameau sharpener. However, Thierry d'Estevaux, another inventor from France, patented a design in 1847 that is still used today called the Prism Sharpener. Now, I'm sure you've all used these. They even have them on the back of crayon boxes. Basically, it's a coned or a conical housing with a razor blade in it. So you rotate the pencil, shave off the wood until you have a point. And here's pretty much what they look like today. In 1851, Walter K. Foster improved on this design in order to mass produce them. Now, the only problem with these sharpeners is you tend to break a lot of points because you had to make sure you held everything steady while you sharpened the pencil. So in 1896, the A.B. Dick Company introduced the planetary pencil pointer. This sharpener had 2 steel milling discs that rotated around their respective axes as they revolved around the tip of the pencil as another axis. So it kind of resembled planets rotating around each other, thus the name planetary pencil pointer. Now, John Lee Love patented his pencil sharpener in 1897. And in 1904, the Alcott Climax pencil sharpener replaced the milling disc with a cylindrical cutting head with spiraled cutting edges, thus improving on the pencil sharpener design some more.
Okay, so let's get on with the review.
Okay, so here are the sharpeners I will be reviewing. For the graphite pencils, I will be using Ticonderoga HBs, and for the color pencils, I will be using some Prismacolor pencils that I found in a art box that I didn't know I had, so bonus for me. And also, these are the electric sharpeners I will be reviewing, the School Smart and the AFMAT. Okay, so the first two sharpeners I'm going to look at are manufactured by Kum. It's a German company, been around for over 100 years. They make some real nice sharpeners. This is called a 2-in-1 box. It's got an 8 and a 10 millimeter opening with a small housing to hold the shavings. And this is the 4-in-1. It has two sharpeners on each side. So on this side, if you look close, I don't know if you can see that. It has... okay, so we have a 7 and a 10 millimeter and an 8 and an 11 millimeter on this side. So I have a couple of graphite pencils here. I'm gonna see what kind of point we get. Okay, so if you look here at the point, there's a nice point. Let's try the 4-in-1. And then we got a pencil rolling by. Okay, we got a nice point. So what we're going to do is I'm going to try I have a Kimberly 9XXB, which is a carbon graphite pencil. I'm going to use an 11 millimeter opening. You can see it gets a very nice point. So I really like the Kum sharpeners. And just one more, we're going to try 7 millimeter opening on a Prismacolor. So if you have trouble sharpening colored pencils, this is a Kum has a very good sharpener. Get a nice point on the Prismacolor. So if you have have trouble with colored pencils, this is a excellent sharpener for colored pencils. So we have the Kum 2-in-1 and the Kum 4-in-1. Okay, what I wanted to mention before is you can purchase the 2-in-1 Kum sharpener for about $6, and the 4-in-1's about $7. So you know, for another $1 you get 2 more sharpeners. So I want to go with the 4-in-1. Okay, I wanted to look at 2 more Kums. This is called the Masterpiece. Comes in a small pouch and a little box. And then we have the long point sharpener, automatic long point sharpener. It's got a small area where it contains the shavings. It's a 2-step process. The first sharpener, you can see there's a 1 and a 2. The first one removes the wood. The second one sharpens the point to give you a nice long point. So let's see how this works. Now normally you'll know when it's done because it stops cutting. So right there it stopped cutting. And you can see it's just removed the wood. Okay, so sharpen the point now. Now you can see it gives it a nice sharp long point. Alright, so now the master work, you can actually take the end off. So if you like a really long point, this does not have a container to catch the shavings, but the thing about this, if you're an artist and you like a really long point, you can use this. Only thing is it doesn't have a container, but you can see it's starting, and you can go as long as you want with this. Take as much of the wood off as you want. So see, we got a nice long tip if you for shading or whatever. And then again, you come over here and just sharpen the tip. So this is great if you want a long point, shading, or whatever type of work you're doing. Only issue with this is you have to sharpen over a cloth or something because it does get a little messy. But I wouldn't recommend these necessarily for colored, but you know what? We're going to try this with the Prismacolor. See if it does work. So it does work on colored pencils as well. Okay, there we have the Kum Masterpiece and the Kum Automatic Long Point. One more thing I just noticed too, you have some replacement blades on the back of this sharpener. It also usually comes inside the long point too. One more thing about the long point is you can also, I noticed on the side, if you have a lead holder, you can use the side to sharpen the lead in a lead holder. So we have the extra sharpener down there. Works great if you have a lead holder. Alright, here we go. Okay, real quick, I just wanted to show you the Alvin rotary lead pointer. I like to use these pencils a lot when I draw. So basically, you have to extend the tip a little bit so you can fit it in the sharpener. Depending on how long you want, you can actually use this to measure. Just go around. It gives it a beautiful, nice point. It has a little cotton thing here. Dip in and take it off, but works really great if you like to use lead holders like I do. And you can see the beautiful point it puts on. So there you go, the Alvin rotary lead pointer is about, I think, somewhere around $11. Again, there'll be links in the description. Okay, moving on, we have the Staedtler double hole sharpener. It's up here, you can see it says graphite, and then it says color in graphite, so we'll see how that works. This has about a 23-degree smaller hole angle when it sharpens, and the larger hole has a 30-degree radius there. So let's go with a graphite. And you can see it does a real nice job on the graphite, real nice sharp point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a Kimberly 9XXB on the larger hole. See how this works. I see it does quite a nice job. Okay, so I have a Prismacolor pencil here. See how it works on the color. Now this hole's pretty big, a lot bigger than the pencil. I almost want to use the graphite side, but it does a nice job. Okay, so there you go on a Prismacolor. Gives it a nice point. Okay, I have a Primo Elite Grande, which is a charcoal pencil, so we're going to see how it works on a charcoal pencil. Does a fairly nice job on the charcoal pencil. See if I can get a little bit better tip. It's hard to sharpen charcoal. Usually they break, but it does a nice job. Alright, there we go. Staedtler double hole sharpener. Okay, here we have a Blackwing long point. One step long point sharpener. Comes in a real nice box. You can get these for about $20. So I figured I would sharpen a Blackwing 602 pencil. So now you notice it's got a rather small hole, so you're not going to be sharpening, any bigger pencils than like the Kimberly or the charcoal pencils. But let's see how this works. I mean, it's got a container for shavings on the end, obviously. So this was completely new, this pencil, and you can feel it at the end when it's good. So if you look at this point here, very nice sharp point. Okay, and I think we'll try it on a Prismacolor. Okay, so you can see does a real nice job on the Prismacolors. Great sharpener. See if you unscrew the top. Okay, then you have your container that holds the shavings. If this gets full, I find that the color pencil tips will break if this container is full. So you got to make sure you empty out the shavings. Alright. Blackwing pencil sharpener, long point, one step. Okay, this is a Kum 228 sharpener. I've had this for a while. I haven't even really been able to find it. I will have a link for it. They have a bioplastic version, which is kind of cool, I guess. So let's try this with a regular graphite pencil. Okay. There we go. Nice point. I'm going to try it with a Prismacolor. Okay, so the Prismacolor broke in here. Okay, I cleared out the point. I'm going to try it again with the Prismacolor. Maybe just the way I was sharpening it, who knows. See, these are also some old Prismacolors. I didn't even know I had these, so. Okay. Seemed to work on the second time. I'm going to try the Kimberly 9XXB because it's a double sharpener here. Alright, works nicely on that. And I'm going to try the Elite Grande, which is a charcoal pencil. As I said, charcoal pencils are kind of tough to sharpen. They tend to break. Like this one just did. So let me clear that out, try it again. Okay. I cleared that out. Also, like I said, I have had this sharpener for a while, so the blades could be getting dull. Not really sure, but Okay, broke a point again on the charcoal. So, here we go. Kum 228. Not too good for charcoal. Worked fine on everything else, so. Okay, I'm going to be looking at two different Prismacolor sharpeners for colored pencils. This is the Prismacolor Premier, and this is the Prismacolor Scholar. It's got one opening. The Prismacolor Premier has a two openings, one for a wider point and one for a finer point. I'm going to use some Black Widow pencils on this. See how that works. Okay, I'm going to go with the wide point first. Okay, look at that. And I'm going to do break this point off. Okay, I'm going to do the fine point now. Look at that. So we can compare the wide point to the fine point. Alright, okay, I'm going to try another Black Widow pencil in the Scholar sharpener. And that does a nice job too. So the Prismacolor Premier sharpener and the Prismacolor Scholar, and I figured I would try it on Black Widow pencils. So there you go, good sharpeners. Okay, this is a brand new sharpener. I actually just use it. It's called a, I guess, mapped. It's got two holes for larger pencils and smaller pencils. In order to make this video not too long and painful, I already sharpened a Prismacolor in it. Did a real nice job. I sharpened the Kimberly 9XXB because that's a wider pencil. Again, nice job. I also sharpened this big Container Trigraph. It's a triangular shaped pencil, but it's very fat and it's hard to find any kind of pencil sharpener that sharpen it, but this actually did a really nice job. So if you have any odd shaped big pencils, however, I tried the charcoal pencil twice and I broke the tip twice, so not recommended for charcoal in my opinion. I'm going to do a graphite pencil in the smaller hole right now. And does a really nice job on the graphite, nice sharp point. Alright, so there you have it, the mapped. Good for color, good for odd shaped, larger pencils. Not necessarily so good for charcoal. Okay, here's another new sharpener I've never used before. It's Staedtler sharpener. What I like about this so far, I haven't used it yet, but I like that it's got a screw-on case, so it won't accidentally open while you're sharpening. I'm going to try it on a graphite pencil first. Does a nice job on the graphite. Now we're going to try it on a Prismacolor. Ooh, very nice. Nice point on the color pencil. Nice sharpener. That's only got the one hole, so you can't do the larger pencils. But it did a real nice job on the graphite and the Prismacolor. And this is a Staedtler encased sharpener. Okay, here's a cool little sharpener I never used. It's called the Bostitch Twist and Sharp. And if you Look here, it's got an adjustment for a fine point. Just turn it, or a wider point. We're going to try both. It also has a ratchet mechanism in it, so basically you turn back and forth and it automatically ratchets, and you open right over here to empty out the shavings. So that's pretty convenient. So let's try this on a graphite pencil. Let's break that point off. Alright, so put it in there and let's see. Oh, you can hear the ratchet. Now, supposedly you can't over sharpen with this either. Okay, kind of felt a little different there. Oh, look at that point. Nice job. Nice point. Okay, so I'm going to try it with a colored pencil right now. This is a Prismacolor. You can hear the ratchet mechanism. Let's see what it looks like. Very nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it now to the wider point. I'm going to do another Prismacolor pencil. And we'll see what it looks like on a wide point. Alright, kind of stopped sharpening. So let's compare the two. I don't really see much of a difference there. I guess it's a little longer, this one. But I like that. It sharpened the color pencils really nicely. I like that it's got the little ratchet mechanism in it. So there you go, the Bostitch Twist and Sharp Ratcheting Pencil Sharpener. Alright, there you go. Okay, never used this pencil sharpener before, just got it, brand new. It's an X-ACTO manual pencil sharpener. It's got a nice feature here where you can use this little lever and suction cup so it won't move when you're sharpening. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try this on a graphite pencil. And as you can see, a nice point on that. Nice smooth. Let's try it on a Prismacolor. Wow. Look at that point. And just for the yeah, so this is, you can't fit any bigger pencils in here, but for these points are amazing. For graphite and colored pencils, look at that point on the Prismacolor. It's amazing. So fine, very sharp. Get any closer, I don't know if it'll work. Look at those points. Nice, so this is the X-ACTO. We want to take it up, you just put the lever the other way. As you can see, it's got a nice large container for shaping, so if you're like a school teacher or something, got to do a lot of work and a lot of pencils to sharpen in school. This is great. It is plastic, however, so I'm not sure if this like fell off a desk what would happen, but works great on these pencils. So there you go, X-ACTO Bulldog pencil sharpener. Okay, now I'm going to look at the another manual sharpener with a crank. It's the Dahle 155 manual sharpener. It's got a nice big opening here for larger pencils. And it also has an adjustment back here, you can see, for thicker or more pointy pencils. I guess you turn this little thing here, which I'll find out. I'm gonna set it for the it comes with a clamp, so you put the clamp in, put it on the desk, clamp it onto the desk, which I'm not going to do right now because I'm on a little artist board. Hopefully I'll be able to hold it in my hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brand new Dixon Ticonderoga. So what we do is we open this. You got to kind of hold it. It's a little clumsy that way. You insert the pencil let go of the clamp, and supposedly this has a automatic stopping. You can't over sharpen, and we're gonna see how this works. You can see how it pulls in. Okay, so you can see the difference, so let's check it out now. Okay, so that's the dull point, and you can see it's a dull point. I just want to check the length out and see how much it. So if you look, it really didn't cut. They're the exact same size with the point, so you're not losing. A lot of pencil sharpeners will grind the pencil down. It's exactly the same length. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust it for a point, and I'm going to turn this little knob. Guess it's got to go this way. I'm going to sharpen the other pencil. Okay, so we're going to see how this works with the adjustment to a finer point. Okay, so it's stopped, and you can see it does give it a sharper point, and they're both pretty much exactly the same length, so you don't lose any pencil. That's very nice. I like that. So let's try this on a let's try it on a Prismacolor. Okay, so we'll sharpen a Prismacolor. Sorry about that. Okay, so you can hear the difference when it's done sharpening. Wow, look at that point. That is beautiful. Ooh, I'm liking this pencil sharpener. What is this? I have a cracked Prismacolor. Well, I'm right in the company about that. Okay, anyway. I just for the heck, I'm going to try that triangular shaped pencil. See if, I don't know, see if we can even sharpen this thing. This will be interesting to see. Let's see what it does. Interesting. Whoa. Even this triangular shaped pencil. And like I said, you don't lose anything. Look at the size of that point. And how sharp as that is nice. Woo, let's see if it'll work on a... I'm liking this sharpener. Let's see if it works on charcoal. That'll be the test. Hardly anything has worked on charcoal so far. But let's find out. Let's see. Oh my god. It worked on the charcoal pencil. Look at that point. I'm thinking I'm loving this pencil sharpener here. Let's try the Kimberly 9XXB. So this might be my favorite pencil sharpener now. So we have all these different pencils. Nothing broke. It doesn't chew the pencil down. You can have a shorter point like here, or you can have the sharper points. Really liking this pencil sharpener. It's got a pretty large box here for the shavings. And I'm sure if you clamp it down, it'll be even easier to use. I didn't even clamp it down. But excellent pencil sharpener. Dahle 155. I would highly recommend this sharpener. Okay, this is the first electric pencil sharpener. It's the AFMAT pencil sharpener at the Artist pencil sharpener. Supposedly does a good job on charcoal pencils, long point pencils. It's you can read right here. It says make sure that the shavings box is closed tightly or it will not work. So here's your shavings box. This comes up to empty out the shavings, and then you would dump it out. There's some shavings in there, that's why I'm not gonna do that right now. Okay, and as I said, this is an electric pencil sharpener. If you look at the bottom, there's a lithium-ion battery. This will slide open, and it's got a USB cable. You can plug into any USB outlet. On the top, we have a setting for, I believe it's a 9.6 millimeter and 8 millimeter opening. Basically, you just twist it. So now it's set for the smaller opening. Cool thing on here is we have a little switch, and we can go from, we have 5, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settings. You can see, go from a dull all the way over to a longer point. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a long point. I've already sharpened some pencils, but just to show you, this will stop automatically once the pencil is done. So it automatically stopped. Pencil comes out, and it's got a nice long point. Okay, so now if you look, I had already sharpened on all of the settings over here. Okay, so you can see from a shorter dull point, and you can look, if you look at the pencils that's one you sharpen, you don't lose any pencil. It stops automatically. This is the same exact size as a new pencil. But I noticed it's on colored pencils. On a colored pencil, it gives you a really long point. But I mean, this is a Prismacolor, and it's kind of hard to sharpen these, and gives you a really nice long point. I did 2 separate charcoal pencils, and it worked on both. This is a General Charcoal and a Primo Elite Grande. Sharpened them both very nicely. I also sharpened a Kimberly, or General's Kimberly 9XXB pencil. Okay, so this is a great sharpener. Doesn't break the points. You don't lose any pencil length. It doesn't grind them down. It's adjustable for 5 different settings, for a duller point to a nice long point. Great sharpener. And I believe this will cost you about $31, $32, but it's well worth the price. And I like it because it doesn't, it automatically stops, doesn't grind the pencils down. So, great sharpener by AFMAT. I like AFMAT products. They make some great products. I have this AFMAT eraser. I know this is a pencil sharpener review, but electric eraser got a nice fine point. I like the AFMAT products. So there you go. The AFMAT Artist Pencil Sharpener. Okay, this is the last sharpener I will review. It's an electric sharpener. It's a School Smart. This is a pretty heavy duty sharpener. It's got rubber feet on the bottom to hold still. It's got a removable shavings container, and you can see it's got like a little wall in here where the shavings will all fit down in there. It's also got a full line on it, so you know when to empty it. It just snaps right back into place. Like I said, it's an electric sharpener. It doesn't have much of a, it's pretty much good for, like if I was to measure the hole in here, it is about 7.6, 7.7 millimeters on here. A normal pencil, like this Dixon pencil, is about a 7 millimeter pencil. So it's going to work great on those pencils. It's not, however, going to sharpen like the Kimberly or the Primo Elite Grande, because they're a little bit bigger. But the thing I like about this sharpener, if you're a school teacher or got to sharpen a lot of pencils, it's pretty quick. It's got an automatic blade disengage. You'll hear the motor running, but you'll hear the blade stop cutting. But it's a pretty fast sharpener. So here's a brand new Ticonderoga pencil, graphite, with a nice Now you heard the difference. You can hear it stop automatically, so it doesn't really. If you can look at the side, we haven't lost any pencil length. Okay, it was pretty quick, and it comes out to a really nice fine point. You can see that, and that's pretty fast. So if you have a lot of pencils to sharpen, it's done. I'll try it on a Blackwing. Look at that, like every time. Okay, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna try it on a Prismacolor. Look at that. Nice point. You know, fairly quick sharpener. All right, not sure if it's gonna work on a charcoal pencil, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Well, look at that. Worked on charcoal as well. So, if you want a fast pencil sharpener, and you can only use it on the 7mm pencils, which is pretty much most pencils. But look at these tips. Worked on colored pencil, charcoal pencils, different graphite pencils. Super fast. I like the shavings, pretty big shavings compartment. So there you got it, the School Smart electric pencil sharpener.